Hey there, Wildcats. Welcome back to another Cat Chat with Brad Welber. I'm ELC Sports Information Director as we're talking women's basketball again this week with Coach Matt LeBato. Coach, how's it going?
Good, man.
Good. Always good after a W.
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's right.
Yes,
and
sir.
2 in a row, as a matter of fact. So let's talk a little bit about, first, the trip into East Texas last week. You split the two games against top 15 ranked ETBU. That was a tough game for you guys, but
Right.
a nice bounce back 2 days later against LeTourneau. Came down to the end there and pulled that one out. So talk about those two games specifically and the differences between them.
East Texas Baptist was a good game. I thought we played well. We got stops when we needed to, but we turned the ball over a little bit too much. But as far as the execution and pace of the game, we got to where we wanted to be. But turnovers were Achilles' heel, and they're a really good team. They do a lot of their stuff out of their zone to make you turn it over. They're long, so a lot of credit to them. But I thought we played pretty well. So I was pleased just the turnovers.
Right.
We got to cut those down.
Yeah. So the game there Thursday, and then you bounce back Saturday against LeTourneau, get the 6-point win, and there was some key moments down the end of the game that are escaping me at the moment, but I think it was the free throw shooting that really put us over the top in that game, if I remember correctly.
No doubt, yeah. We shot it well. I think we're at 20 for 21.
Okay, yeah.
And that's big time. We've been focusing on free throws because we know we're gonna have to win games with the free throw line. And I can remember Bro had a big block on the defensive end to get a stop. Jayla hit a three at one point, and we had big plays all over the court. McGee and Janae, handled the ball great towards the end, and Rhodesia got stopped. So it was a collective effort, but free throw was big time. We got down late in the third quarter, but we never hung our heads. During that little rough patch we had a tendency to turn our heads down, and when we did get down late in the second half, but then we just been fighting and really harping on being a good team for a whole 40 minutes. And we did that in the second half against LeTourneau, and it paid off for us.
And that had to be huge for you to see that, because, like you said, it was a tough stretch there. You hadn't won since middle of December, and then to go down late in that third quarter like that. I mean, like you said, you very easily could have said, "Well, here we go again."
Exactly.
But able to come back in that fourth and get the win.
No doubt. Yeah. The girls have grown up a lot. It was a big time win for us, especially on the road. Anytime you went on the road in conference, it's great. LeTourneau hit some crazy shots towards the end to cut it close, but we never faltered, and we made our free throws, so it was good.
All right, we'll talk about last night's game against Belhaven. Another just back and forth, just war out on the floor, and we talked about free throws, how it helped us in LeTourneau. Almost the opposite in last night's game against Belhaven.
Right.
Had some opportunities in the last 30 seconds to cement it,
Right.
and they didn't fall this time, but I kind of dodged a bullet, I guess, at the end of the game.
No doubt. That's definitely not a cliche in this term. We definitely dodged a bullet. We missed 5 free throws at the very end of the game, 5 in a row. That could have sealed it, and we got exactly where we wanted to. We had to make them foul us, and so we're shooting shots where they're not guarding us at the free throw line. So it's you're in a position where to win a game, and they just didn't fall at crucial times. But we got enough stops on the other end to win the game, and then we got a lucky break at the end. So it's nice to be on that side.
Yeah, talk about that play. 'Cause I know you talked to the Den folks after the game. It's something that you've seen a million times with your dad and all this sort of stuff, and you almost knew it was coming.
Right.
And just like you say, we got lucky last night, honestly.
Yeah. It's a classic in-game play on the sideline. You get it back to the inbounder because they're expecting a shot come from the other 4 people on the court, and they're usually the most open. And so, like you said, I've seen it before. I actually told McGee before they even inbounded that it's going back to inbounder, and the coach of Belhaven kind of looked at me real quick, and it was a little funny instance in a crucial moment that you just gotta love. But feels lucky. They missed the layup. I think she kind of rushed it. She didn't realize how much time she really had. You can go to length of the court in 3 seconds. So they had a 2.8, 2.3, yeah. So she had plenty of time. I guess she just rushed it a little bit. Yeah.
Well, win's a win, no matter how you get it, right?
Yeah.
One more game this week coming up against another. I mean, the East is just, or the ASC as a whole, but the East is just stacked, man. With ETBU in the top 15, Dallas now getting some votes in the top 25. So it doesn't get any easier for sure. And we've seen Dallas over the past couple of years have really excelled in the women's basketball, and it seems that way again this year.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. I wouldn't want it any other way. Having a good competition, compete night in, night out against the best, and you find out where you're at. I say it all the time. So, we're building something here, and it's nice to get a gauge. But Dallas has done a tremendous job being a great program. They got all the pieces to be good as far as players. Their coaching staff does a good job. It's a great program. We're going to come in there. We're going to throw something a little different at them, make them think a little bit, and then on the other end, we're going to try to execute to our strengths. So it's a matter of just doing that, and like we did this last couple games, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, you'll hear when Coach's interview goes up, but this is a huge game for the men's team, just as important for the women's team as well, as they're continuing to fight for that playoff spot in the ASC tournament at the end of the season. So just be there. Like, HOS needs to be absolutely jam-packed. There's no admission cost, so you don't have any excuse there. Bring some cash for some snacks and stuff like that. But 1 o'clock tip-off on Saturday, HOS Fieldhouse right here on campus. So just make a Saturday of it. There's no more football. You don't want to watch the Pro Bowl anyway. It doesn't matter. So come on out to HOS and watch the girls and then the guys in a 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock game against two very good UT Dallas teams. So we hope to see you there for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Thanks for watching, folks. Thank you, Coach, for stopping by again. I'm Brad Welburn for Cat Chat. See you next week.